Good afternoon. Here's your tarot for the collective. Blessed Mabon, blessed fall. It's a beautiful afternoon. A little cloudy, but that's okay. It's nice and cool, perfect weather. And hopefully these cards don't blow around too much. There is a bit of a breeze. But welcome. I pulled a few extra cards, more than normal. I did the typical 3-4 card pull, and then I pulled a couple extra cards from the Light Seer's deck and an animal spirit as well. So let's get to it. First of all, we have this Three of Swords, and this to me right away spoke of this Mercury retrograde shadow, and to me it already feels like a very powerful Mercury retrograde, and there's a lot of heart healing that's going to come out of some more difficult, more painful moments that are coming up for this retrograde for everybody. But it's like it's leading you towards your future happiness, your emotional fulfillment. So all of these things are happening for a reason, and it's just kind of trusting in that, allowing that to flow through you. There's this previous full moon, and we have the Queen of Cups here too. The Pisces moon was very powerful. It was very emotional. It affected a lot of different areas of life. And this Three of Swords here to me is pointing to these things that, are coming out of the shadows, things that are coming to light during this Mercury retrograde season, things that are coming up to be healed, and accepting these losses, this need for healing, not getting stuck in the grief or sadness, but being able to see the part that you played in this loss, in this heartbreak, and give yourself an opportunity to move through this loss in a graceful way, move through these separation energies. And if things are coming up, perhaps there's people coming from your past as well that you have already separated from, and they're coming up again to provide a bit of closure for you. And this can come, this type of separation can come in many forms. It's the loss of a relationship, but it can also be like, your own identity, to the disintegration of your belief or your purpose or your goals. It's like separating from what you thought that you had, and now you're moving through into this very transformational, transitional period. It's, as we approach fall here, this is like a pivotal moment in life. It's a moment of great change and growth. And if you find yourself amidst these kind of wavering realities, like you're in between phases, again with this full moon, there's still a bit of confusion, but things are going to be coming up to allow you to pass through this, allow you to engage in this necessary part of the process, even though it may be a little painful and it may be confusing, and you might be losing something that feels very near to your heart. Know that your brightly lit future will arrive because of you going through this experience. Again, with this Nine of Cups and this Three of Cups here, it's saying that it's like preparing us for this emotional fulfillment. It's preparing us to make beautiful, wonderful kindred connections again once we go through this healing. And, allowing your heart to remain open to this, and spend some time nurturing yourself and nurturing that spirit. And this shadow time as we approach the fall is very important. There are always opportunities to become that much stronger and that much more resilient. And we'll get into this later, but we did pull the Jaguar spirit card. So that's really that energy that we're getting coming through. Excuse me, as we move forward. And know that you're going to find that inspiration. You're going to find that love. You will thrive. You will heal. You will move through this again. And, if we look at this Four of Pentacles here, I'm going to pick this up since there's a bit of a glare. She's still got some things that she's got closed up. She's got locked up. She's closed a few things up. She's ended some chapters. She's done some work on that. But I think her coming right after this Three of Swords here is saying to me that maybe it's time to open up those things again. Maybe it's time that there were some things that were closed up that needed to be for the moment. And, now that here's the rain, it's very cleansing. You've gone through some cleansing. You're starting to rebuild your life again after this moment of healing that you've gone through. And believing that you live this abundant life and you have more than you need. And those losses are, making room for other things to come through, making room for your future savings and success, and, starting to be in the flow with the universe and feel your worth again, and this is, you're being reminded to double check things, save some money for the rainy day, and still continue towards your goal without over focusing on those possessions and those things that maybe you feel like you lost, and let go of any of that animosity or jealousy or anything else about what other people have. And a little bumblebee just landed on my leg. And, those negative feelings around abundance are going to breed this energy blockage. And you can get stuck here in this place of pain too over what you've lost. Instead, move forward and step into the flow of wealth and happiness and abundance and prosperity. And, if you have that scarcity mindset still haunting you, actively save and give in the world, and focus on becoming more excited about creating your own abundance and becoming expansive and, providing for your own happiness and focusing on that alone. Because if we look at this Nine of Cups here, it's like she's opening up this, her heart is grateful to the gifts that are coming her way. Like, she already feels open. She's letting all of these things unlock and open up again. Doors that maybe she thought were once closed. She's seeing these new opportunities already coming through, and she's starting to be in that energy of abundance, even if she's not exactly where she needs to be yet. She's seeing that the universe is gifting her desires. She's choosing joy. She's choosing to manifest those dreams that perhaps those manifestations that you've gotten about your dreams with this full moon, and this Queen of Cups here says that too. It's like, you're starting to live in that energy of abundance, and your dreams actually coming true, and this is like the wish card. So what have you been wishing for? Like, allow yourself to daydream, allow yourself to feel this Pisces energy from the moon that's still lingering around. It's left over. It's here to, to experience how fulfilling the beautiful journey of life can be, and fill your life with the laughter and the bliss and all of that needed to get you to this next step of your happiness as you move away from this place of loss, as you move through and integrate and transform out of that energy. The appearance of this card is an auspicious message of like prosperity, and we're today's Libra season, so harmony, and again with this Three of Cups, harmony in your relationships with others, harmony and balance within yourself as you enjoy life's pleasures and sink into this beautiful energy of like a joyous heart, and you're taking stock of all these feelings that are surfacing as we, the Queen of Cups moves through her emotions and this moon, and you're remembering to practice gratitude as you start to manifest these desires more, and you start to appreciate all the simple things in life, and not allow again this energy of like over focus on things like greed and wealth and all of that, and not allow that to block your path, and not allow yourself to engage in this energy of dreaming. And maybe you're not going to get that instant gratification, but maybe that was you in the past. That was your unhealed heart that allowed your ego to run the show and wanted things right away. And now it's like you're engaging in this energy of being more patient and knowing that you are working in this flow with the universe, and things will happen as they are meant to be, And as you get more into this flow, you'll start to see the connections being made, and you'll see why, there are certain things that maybe it's that energy of good things come to those who wait. Maybe there are certain things that are really worth waiting for, that future happiness, that ultimate fulfillment, all of that. Like, as she fans herself, it's like overwhelmingly happy. That's beautiful. And that can only come after you go through the healing and moving through this loss and unlocking those opportunities that you shut yourself off from, because perhaps maybe in this energy you didn't feel like you deserved this ultimate happiness, but you're blossoming into that. And now the beautiful sun is coming out after the cleansing rain. You can't make this up. Oh, no, it's still raining a little bit. Perhaps there's a rainbow. As we look at the Three of Cups, too, again, it's saying, like, you do deserve this happiness. You are getting into this abundance energy. You are deserving of joy and celebration. And, perhaps these communications that are coming through for Mercury retrograde now, this to me speaks of going forward in this fall season, because they have just such beautiful colors on that make me think of fall. And it's you're connecting into different types of communications, different types of connections with people. Again, this is that Libra energy of these beautiful balanced relationships, and into this expansive experience of witnessing, your shift along your timeline here as each door opens, each thing opens, each cup is being filled, each cycle is moving through. It's absolutely beautiful energy. And you're forging these kindred connections, you're making these friendships, you're choosing your family, and you're cherishing and nurturing them. And even in the worst of times here, as in this painful place here, your connections, your companions, your relationships, they were able to serve as a mirror for you, and you were able to pull out each one of those arrows and allow yourself to see who you really are through their eyes. And maybe as you move through this loss, you opened up yourself to reach out. You unlocked one of these doors here, and you reached out for support as well. And now you're seeing that, maybe some of those people from your past are no longer there, but there's new people here that are able to support you and have this camaraderie with you, and to bring laughter into your life again. And you have a loving and beneficial bond that, some of these connections that you make, as you approach fall and you transform and you move through the shadows, you make these connections that bring light into your life. And some of them are these very strong vibrational attractions that are often you're drawn to people, and people are drawn to you. They're ancient. And, they remove any setbacks from this Mercury retrograde, this miscommunication, or like the Libra season that feels that disharmony and these old wounds and patterns. All of these things are going to be resurfaced to be healed and brought back into balance again. So if these connections, if you do have a connection too during this Mercury retrograde season that perhaps goes awry a bit, it might be time to try to make amends, to try to communicate, and to try to commit more energy to cultivating certain friendships, and allow your heart, your beautiful heart, and your desires and your passions to lead you to those people that really truly make you feel happy, those friendships that bring that lasting joy into your life, and your living, breathing support system. So perhaps this Mercury retrograde season is going to show you the value that you bring to certain relationships. There are certain disputes or miscommunications or moments where you were feeling left out, and these things are going to be balanced out. Or you will, again, I feel like you will get the closure that you need from those moments. Or perhaps there is this energy too of just walking away completely, just completely transforming yourself, and maybe not getting stuck here in this Four of Pentacles, maybe not getting stuck in that past and getting stagnant and over focusing on why things went awry, because maybe that's not what you need for healing either. That's not going to make room for your new connections to come in. If you're still resentful about those past connections that did go awry, and if you've moved through your part in the relationship, if you've moved through everything that you need to move through, sometimes you don't get the closure that you need, and that's okay too. You know, as hard as that is to move through, this energy right now is giving you an opportunity to move out of something that maybe has been haunting you for quite some time. And as we go into this, the next two cards that I pulled from Light Seer's Tarot, I pulled the Queen of Cups and the Four of Wands. And this, to me, I asked, like, what is our future here for this fall? What is the future transformation energy, and what do we need to focus on? And you know, I think we're being told to openly express our love with others, openly share, and not control our emotions so much. Not, you know, listen more to our inner selves. Step out of that energy of insecurity and step into the energy of strength and wisdom. And, you know, step out of those moments where perhaps you felt irrational. You know, perhaps this full moon energy and Neptune retrograde in Pisces, to me, is really important here, because as it starts to go direct, maybe the dramatic energies, the confusion, the overwhelming emotions, all of those things are going to start to clear up a little more. And this is an opportunity for you to really be responsible for your own emotions and to really listen to your inner wisdom and to get that clarity that you need, you know, to lead with your heart again, to walk yourself through those healing moments with love and compassion and strength and sensitivity and empathy. And, you know, don't be so closed off again. You know, allow these cups to flow through you. Allow yourself to feel all of those emotions again. And if we look at its connection with the Four of Wands too, I feel like, you know, it's getting connected to everything about the world again, being devoted to that, celebrating the wonder of bliss within your community, within those new friendship groups, within, you know, you're building these foundations here with this Four of Pentacles. The more that you unlock, the more that you open, the more you get out of this lack matrix, you're going to start to build these foundations for abundance. And again, it's like, as we go into fall, it's a period of massive shifts, and you'll be able to kind of step back and enjoy a community that you've built and work through this rapid expansion and awakening energy that we've gone through here with this Neptune retrograde in Pisces. And this card's marking this transition into this more harmonic and more stable state. This is a card of Venus again. And, you know, that's Libra. Harmony within your relationships and your home and those things that you love, and this gathering of souls here, people coming together and celebrating with the people who love you, loving them as they are, and, you know, marking this significant occasion where perhaps you've all kind of reached this new level of consciousness together. You've expanded, you've moved through healing, you've worked through those difficult conversations and communications, and, you know, now it's time to connect and relax and release and allow your body to integrate all of these lessons that we've been working through during this past season here. And happiness and harmony are yours to be had. So get into that, you know, have that warm cup of cider and enjoy your success and dance, you know, under the moon, and you know, hear the crunch of the leaves underneath your feet and feel this stability and this comfort of change and warmth and blessing, and allow it to enter your life. And I also got Page of Pentacles and Page of Pentacles on the bottom of both decks. Before we get into the animal spirit, I wanted to just go over that because that's really significant to me. When I feel like this is just a double message of, you know, we're starting to get more grounded after we've moved through a lot of this Pisces energy and a lot of this emotional things. We are going to start to see the things that we're manifesting take form. You know, those dreams, those things that perhaps the illusions are falling away during this Mercury retrograde, and as Neptune, Pisces, it's as we start to get all of the planets going more direct, those things that are illusions are falling away, and you're starting to see these new opportunities, these new beginnings, these new financial opportunities, and these new connections and pathways. This is the exploring stage. This is the earth magic. This is making those dreams a reality. All of those plans that you've made in Virgo season, all of the lists and all of the dotting your I's and crossing your T's, and now you're starting to see these things come through. So, you know, understand that manifestation energy, ground it in, activate your practical magic with your hopes and your dreams, and pull it up from the earth now. Start to feel it take form. Start to feel that crisp, cool fall air. Like, create a shift in you where you're starting to manifest things and you're starting to gather all of the things that you've worked on and to bring them into the winter season. And progress happens one life stage at a time. So now it's this energy, anchor into the details, and still simultaneously like keeping those dreams alive, still focusing on those dreams. And there's certain pieces that still need to fall into alignment, but that doesn't mean that they're going to arrive. So like, these things are taking time. You're being patient, and you're in the perfect place to figure out how to get into this abundant energy, how to make these desires really come true. And you know, you hold the power here. You're standing in the middle. Like, I love how in the Light Seers Tarot, you know, there's that beautiful mandala, and you're right in the center of everything, and everything is spreading around you. And I love this too here, this circle energy here. Like, this is the season shifting and things rippling out, and new perspectives and upgrades of consciousness are on the way. And your plans for the future, you can start to expedite these things into arrival. You can be this practical and realistic person, but still, again, with this Queen of Cups, listen to your dreams, listen to your intuition, and start to really believe that you can make those things a part of your reality now, because you've moved away from this lack, this loss, this grief, this being locked up, and you've started to really believe in those opportunities and really believe in going after what you desire, and that you deserve it, and that you deserve those around you as well supporting this and celebrating this with you. And again, it's like, it's time for those beautiful home fires to be lit and to settle into this new environment, this new energy that wants to come through for you. And we have this beautiful Jaguar spirit. And Jaguar is like this, again, this Libra season is bringing us this wholeness, this rebirth, you know, and we're creating something out of this polarity. We're creating something out of the dark and bringing things into the light and balancing everything out. Like, this Jaguar spirit is very much a symbol of Halloween and the underworld and psychic visions and shamanic journeys into the underworld and coming out of the dark and gaining a whole new wisdom and a whole new spiritual energy. And, you know, it's this beautiful symbol of the moon and the night and the dark and all of the magic that it can bring, and, you know, allowing things to be fully illuminated and stepping again into a leadership place and leading out of that chaos and out of that dark and coming out wiser and stronger and braver and more beautiful than ever before. This is absolutely gorgeous energy. So again, you know, as we come into October here, we are really getting into this energy of transformation, and we are getting our psychic visions, and things are being illuminated and things are coming to light, and we're able to see the next step in our path. We're able to see the connections being made. We're able to see things really coming into our energy, our environment, and we're stepping out of this confusion and getting new types of clarity that are coming through. And you know as we move through this next stage, we are letting go of a lot, but we're making way for so much more, and so much more personal growth, spiritual growth, financial growth. It's absolutely beautiful energy. This reading touched upon everything that is shifting right now for everyone, and absolutely gorgeous, and really just encapsulates the full energy of this beautiful day of the first day of autumn, one of my favorite seasons. Witches love their fall. So I hope this helped you, and I hope you're inspired, and I hope you are feeling this beautiful shift come through as we start the season today. Blessed be.